Hey guys, Chris Haskins with the realestateroundup.com. We are here to give you another day in the life of a real estate investor. I want to say thank you to Shannon, my new coaching client. Thank you. Well, not yet, we shall see. What are we doing today? We're going to look at 3 houses. One is here, the next one is another seller wants to sell a house, and the third is going to be a renovation that we're just getting ready to get started. We're actually going to decapitate the house and put a second story on it. But here today, we're at a property, and I was here. The quick story on this one, I was here maybe a year ago. Went inside to look at the house. You know what, before we do the story, we'll do the story as we're driving. But I want to show you here, the lady moved the stuff out. As you can see here, they got debris all around the floor, on the ground. She actually was dealing with her brother. I guess the brother was living here. If you look at this house here, it's got a metal roof. Can you see it? Mm-hmm. And this is probably going to be a tear down. No probably to it. So it's about 1,800 square feet, but inside out, matter of fact, we'll flash some pictures of this one because I couldn't record inside because it was too dark. Once you see inside, then I'll tell you the story about how I came here a year ago, roughly, and I'm just coming back. The seller just came around to calling me and wanting to do business and sell the property. And let's cut to the pictures and then I'll get to the story. All right, guys, so I wanted to tell you about our stop. We just came from the house. We're probably going to push it over. I don't think the only value there is in the land. So I told you that I talked to this seller a year ago, right? I went to visit her. Matter of fact, I had a couple coaching clients with me. We went inside, and the seller had 5 people with her. These big dudes with like bodyguard guys. I guess one was her brother and his friends, and they all wanted to know why I was there. So the owner of the home apparently had let her brother live there for free, and they didn't like me because I was coming to buy the property, and I'm going to eventually kick them out. So I was being polite as I always am in my cheerful self, and I asked the guys that were there, how much do they think, because they told me they were contractors. I said, well, how much do you think it would cost to fix this house up? And the guy goes, you should know, you in the business. I'm like, okay, I see where this is going. So he says a few more words to me that made me feel uncomfortable, and I actually left the house scared because I thought they were going to actually jump me. They were asking questions to the seller because the seller was on board. I think she liked me, but the brother and his friends, they were, I guess you could call them, quote unquote, grilling me, as one would say. And as I was walking through the house, they asked me questions about where I got my money from and how long I had been doing the business. And they were general contractors. So I asked him if he would be willing. He told me, okay, I know what it was. Another thing, he told me it was going to cost $20,000 to fix this house up, and I knew it was a complete teardown. Or if you were to renovate it, it would be $70,000 plus. So I asked him if I could hire him to do the work. Oh man, he didn't like that. He did not like that. I'm like, well, why can't I hire him? We'll pay you $20,000 to fix this whole house up. No, he didn't want to do that. So I think that kind of gave him a bad taste in the mouth also. But when you're going to these homes, guys, you don't know who's going to be there. So if you're uncomfortable when you get there, I just excused myself and I told her it was nice meeting her. Didn't talk to her again. A year later, she calls me. She says, you know, I'm going to get my brother out. Would you mind taking a look at my house again? So these big guys in there intimidating me, and I really felt like they might jump on me. So just be mindful when you go look at houses. Hey guys, we are here at our next stop. This is our second location. The lady at this property, I'm not quite sure what she owes, but we're just kind of here to get a kind of a feel of what she wants to sell it for, and hopefully we can shoot some video while we're inside. So let's see what she has. Let's do it. Okay, roll real quick, Shannon.
It's on.
Oh, you can see the siding looks good. Roof is not too bad. The roof goes bad when the roof looks bad when the shingles start to pop up. And this one hasn't started popping up yet. Floor furnace.
That's the only thing that's there.
Hardwood floors look great. All we gotta do is refinish it. Looks like the bathroom has been cleaned nicely and is ready to go. No problems here too. That redder is clean, no problems. This is floor, is once again, if you see the floor tile, indicative 1960s, maybe 1950s. If you remember from a few of our past videos, we got that same tile that's different colors. The flooring's good, no issues here.
We changed out all the electrical outlets too.
Okay, all outlets have changed.
All the outlets.
We've got a small issue here with the panel, probably needs to be upgraded, but we'll deal with that. All right, guys, so we just left Miss Carol over there at the property, and my spidey senses tell me we're not gonna do that deal, merely because you saw the kitchen and the bathroom were in good shape. Usually the houses we do are ugly, so I will make her an offer. She wanted $142,000, which is not even on the same planet, but she said she had to start high because you can't go up. You can always come down. You can't go up. That was her thing. So I'll show you a quick picture of Miss Carol too. All right, so we're pulling up. I'm gonna give you a treat because I'm gonna pull up at. Ironically, I got a renovation going on a couple blocks away from the house we just looked at. So I'm gonna show you the next step of the renovation that we're doing, and then we're going to our last and final stop. Okay. Let me know. All right, guys, I'm sneaking in another stop for you today. So we're here at that renovation that you've been seeing over the last few weeks, a day in the life of a real estate investor. So we finally finished with the plaster coming inside. So if you remember, these walls were all torn out. All this stuff was just busted out with like a bomb that dropped in here. So we hired some guys to come in and finish doing all the plaster. See here. Looks very good. They matched it up. You can see we call that a textured finish, or some would call it they call it a sand finish. Looks very good on these walls here. You remember the microwave was here. They had to bust it out, put a microwave plug in there. That's all patched up. And this was the dining area. You get a quick pan here. You can see everything looks good, brand new. Before it was old and busted. Now it's good and sexy. And this is our living room here. This is where the most damage was. Every wall has been patched up. Even the ceilings have been done. Then if you remember, this wall here was completely just busted out, and we have a stack in here. But everything's looking good. So we're coming together nicely. You can pan over there if you don't mind. All right, everything looks good to me. Let's get to we're on the way to our next location where we're gonna put the second story on. Okay, we're here at our final stop, guys. This is the property that we already purchased a few weeks back. The reason you don't see any action here is because we had to turn in the plans to the city. What plans are you talking about, Chris? I'm glad you asked. This house here, we're actually gonna decapitate it and put a second story on. Give them a quick pan. Let me show you some of the steps that you have to do before you even get started putting a second story on a house. Before you even want to contemplate doing that, you have to get something called a geotechnical report. And if you're a subscriber to our newsletter, I'm going to include all that information to the newsletter. There's a link below for you to subscribe. We had to hire a geotechnical engineer to come dig a hole and test our foundation to see whether the foundation was deep enough. So you can see he went under here and he put you see the foundation is good here. He stuck something under there to verify that we have, I don't know what it was, but he types up a letter and we turned that into the city to verify that we could put the second story on. And when we turned it in, they wanted more paperwork. I won't get into that. So, this is what we're gonna do. We're going to take the top off, put siding on the second floor, and I'm going to show you, we're going to flash to the floor plan, so you'll see the written floor plan in the video. We'll slide to that real quick. Okay, this is the living room. We're going to paint the brick the same color as the siding. See if we can get some pictures back here. So the hardwood floor is nice. When you see the next video, this thing's going to be completely open. You won't even see any walls. So this is the bathroom, will be completely ripped out. But we'll keep the bathroom. I'm sorry, we'll keep the location of the bathroom. Back here, yes. These are just plain bedrooms. There's nothing really to see here. Oh yeah, you see the electrical. All this will be brand new. Can you get that? These are called fuses. Now we use breakers. Let's do it. So if you look down, you'll see footprints because this is probably mold and dust on the floor from the house being kind of locked up and moist. Your face looks not happy.
No.
Okay, so this is the kitchen. It's gonna be completely done over, guys. We're gonna rip all this out. Don't forget, next time you see it, this whole thing will be blown out. We're gonna add a nice deck on the back. We don't need to go out there. All right, so this has been a day in the life. Oh, let me show you what I got for free when I bought this house. A new car. Wasn't that cool? It came with the house. All right, so it's been a day in the life of a real estate investor. Subscribe to the channel below. Thank you, Shannon. Any questions, Shannon? You're gonna be asking me a million questions when the video stops. Ask. After you. Bye.